Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Policy Q here. Pow! Low! You already know. Let's go! And I'm very, very excited to bring you guys another episode here, another training I have the privilege here. I have one of my students here. His name is Joe. And he's going to go ahead and introduce himself to you in just a second. Okay? There are going to be things that we are going to be blocking for privacies and things of that matter. But for the most part, we're going to be giving you guys some live examples on specifically a couple of topics that he wants help with, which is going to be, metrics, fine-tuning, and his ads, right? So Joe is having a phenomenal month with the Shopify store. He actually does this part-time. He's doing all these other things, and it's just amazing to see how he still makes time for his business. I'm really excited to introduce you to him in just a second. But specifically, we're going to be talking about metrics again, how to fine-tune what's already working, and how to really squeeze out more ROI, how to squeeze out more money out of the ads. And yeah, I think it's going to be some fun stuff here, okay? Again, really quickly, before I go ahead and introduce them to you guys, I actually run an agency, e-com success agency, with my business partner. You guys can actually follow me on Snapchat and Instagram at FollowCQ. You can actually follow me on my Facebook fan page, which is FollowCQ Shopify Coach. I am looking to grow my agency more. So if you guys are interested in being an intern and, exchanging your time for Shopify wisdom, you guys can email me at ecomsuccessagency at gmail.com. And of course, if you guys want more information, you guys can go to policyq.com. So other than that, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Joe, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, brother. Why don't you go ahead and just kind of introduce yourself to everybody, let everybody know what you're looking to get out of the session, and why you're excited.
Sure. What's going on, everybody? My name is Joe Hatagwa. I am an internet marketing entrepreneur and also full-time employee for one of the large major streaming services for television programming. What I wanted to do today was go through some of the ads that I'm running for my Shopify store, see what we can do to tweak some of those ads, fine-tune them, and figure out how we can scale them a little bit more. So that is the purpose of today's discussion.
That's good. That's really good. All right, cool, man. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so obviously, the first thing that we're gonna take a look at here, Joe, is I'm gonna give you how many ads in total are you running right now? Like not campaigns, like just in total, how many ads? Like 50, 40, 30, 20? What do you got?
I'm running about 15. I think at the moment I have these 5 ad sets in this account, and then in the other account I think I have another like 10 or so ad sets running as we speak.
Okay, got it. So, okay, cool. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so how often do you check your ads? Do you just let them run? Do you periodically check them throughout the day, or do you kind of just check them at the end of the day? Like, what's your system when it comes to that?
So depending on the day and what's going on in my full-time work, I may only check once a day at the end of the day.
Okay.
If it's a little slower, I'll check a couple times a day. I'll check around noon. I'll check around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and then I'll check like sometime early in the morning and then sometime later at night. But to be honest, most days it's probably once a day, usually around like 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then maybe I'll look again later on after I get off of work.
Okay, cool. No, that makes a lot of sense. So here's basically what I'm going to suggest to you. When it comes to really optimizing your ads, you're going to have to take a look at them like 4 or 5 times a day. And when you look at them 4 or 5 times a day, it's going to allow you to go from 15 ads to really go from, like, let's say 15 to 50 ads, right? Now, obviously, 15 to 50 is a big jump, but if you jump from 15 to 50 and you're optimizing correctly, you'll start, that you told me that you have like 3 or 4 winning products. So it's already bringing in money. So that if you up the ads, you'll bring in more money. The only problem is that when you go from 15 to 50, what people find find it hard to do is to monitor all the ads, because when you have that many ads running, you can for sure know that some of the ads are not going to be profitable, which means that if you're only taking a look at them once a day, you're going to fall into probably losing more money at 50 ads and 15 ads. However, you can monitor 50 ads with the technique that I'm going to show you that probably takes about 5 minutes for you to do. So here's how it's going to kind of work, okay? So normally you want to take a look at your ads at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. Okay, I know it's a lot of time. I know you're checking in on them a little bit more, but you're not gonna have to spend that much time. You can spend a couple of minutes just really taking a look at the metrics and being specific with what metrics you're looking at. So at 9 a.m., here's what you're gonna be looking at. So I like to do real examples. So let's just show me what happened yesterday with one of your profitable campaigns. Show me an example of what happened yesterday, and then I can kind of give you more of an idea.
So today's the 29th, so looking at yesterday.
Yeah.
So yesterday, one of them was not profitable, the other one was. So this campaign here.
Okay. Now, this is a campaign or is this an ad?
This is a campaign.
Okay, can we take a look at ads? Inside of an ad, just to see how many ads they're in there and kind of go from there.
Ads or ad sets? Just ads?
Just ads, yeah. I just want to take a look at the ads. Okay, cool. So you have all of these ads running in here, right? Now, yesterday you only had what? Would you say one ad running?
Yeah, only one ad was running yesterday.
Okay, so we'll just take it. We'll just use this as an example. Can you scroll it over to the right, please? Okay, so your CTR is through the roof. Your CTR, your amount spent, your website purchases. Okay, keep going. Okay, your add to cards. Okay, cool. So at 9 a.m., what I'm basically going to look at is how my ad performed yesterday. You know, how did it perform yesterday? So based on that, I'm going to make adjustments at 9 a.m. to scale my ads vertically, right? Or yeah, most likely I'm going to scale them vertically actually at 9 a.m. So if my ads are performing really well, like in this example, I'm not sure how much you spent yesterday, but it seems like this specific ad was profitable. Is that correct?
It was, yeah. And I don't have. Oh, yeah. I think I spent $5 on this one yesterday because it's only one ad set running.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so you spent $5, and what did you make, like $25, something like that? 24 something.
Yeah, 24. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh,
so with this
was I spent 11.
Okay.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, so you spent $11.29. So, all right. So in this situation, if you're running an $11.29 ad, okay. So with this, if you had more ads running, right, you can kind of you can kind of figure out if you want to vertically scale it, and you want to scale it in increments instead of just shooting to the moon and going from like 10 to 30, right? Because that's going to kind of mess up the optimization Facebook is doing for you. Right. So typically, if your return on ad spend is $2 or more, you can technically vertically scale by 20%, right? So you would have to just kind of like pull out the calculator and figure out what your return on ad spend is. But I believe Facebook kind of also incorporates that metric as well now. It's a new thing that they've incorporated in there.
Yeah.
So if you go to
right, it's just ROA.
I think, yeah, there it is. Boom.
Wait, return on ad spend, right? Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. Return on ad spend. So perfect. And then hit apply, and then just let's see how that looks.
Just want to make sure it's visible.
Okay, cool. So your return on ad spend was more than $2. If you go all the way to the left-hand side. Okay. Where did it go?
I think I lost it when when I went too far to the right. I think it went back. So I need to
throw it in there again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's more than $2. I think it was like $2.21. So in that situation, you can technically increase it vertically by 20% and see how that performs.
Okay.
So at 9 a.m., what you're basically looking at is the performance of how your ads did yesterday. Based on that, basically if you have $2 or more return on ad spend, you can technically increase it by 20%. 20% budget, ad budget, whatever that is. So yeah, 2.21, right? So that would be an example that you could do at 9 a.m. Now from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., what you're looking for, since you have your pixel is warmed up, you're looking for clicks. Okay, you're looking for clicks. So let's take a look at what your CPC is on this specific ad right now. I don't know what time it's right now. It's 12 p.m. Yeah. So let's take a look at it.
So just do today.
Yeah, today. Yeah. What's going on right now?
Here's the CPC.
Okay, so it's $1.03 right now. And how many clicks does it have so far? Let's say how many view contents. Is that the website? Yeah, so it has 5 clicks. Okay. Now I want you to imagine this. I want you to I want to put you into this kind of state of mind, because right now we're only using one ad. But at 12 to 3 p.m., what you're looking for is clickers, right? So imagine if instead of just looking at one ad, you have like 20 or 30 ads, right? It's really simple. If you click on top of that bracket where it says web, click on the top that says website. Click on that little bar, like click on top of it. Yeah, click on that. So right now it's going to populate. Just imagine this: if you had 20 ads, it's going to populate the highest clicks, okay? And then everything after that is it starts to get lower. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Okay, and you're gonna do the same. So at 12:03 p.m. you're looking for some clickers, right? And then after 3 p.m. you want to make sure that not only do you have clickers, but your CPC is adjusted, and it should be about $1 or under. Right now it's only $1.03, but that can change around 3 p.m. That probably will adjust, and it may go under $1. What was your CPC yesterday on this campaign? Let's take a look at what your CPC was yesterday on that campaign. So it was $1.41. Okay, but it's totally fine, because your return on, because these are just metrics, right? It's the return on ad spend is always gonna be the biggest one. That's the one that, your CPC could be $5, but if you're profitable, you're profitable. However, okay, cool. But I'm just giving you some ideas there, right? So around 3 p.m., you want to make sure you have clickers. After 3 p.m., if you had 20 ads and you start looking at the ones that have clicks, okay, you want to make sure that you have clicks and your CPC is under $1. If you have ads that don't have any clicks and it's already after 3 p.m., I would probably pause those ads, okay? I would probably pause those ads. Now, if you do have clicks, but the CPC is it's a very unusual number. Like, you obviously know what you're used to paying for CPC at some of your campaigns. So let's say it's like $5 at 3 p.m. Like, you have clicks, but it's expensive. You're going to pause those ads. And you're definitely going to pause the ads that don't have any clicks. You're just going to pause those ads. So this allows you to start to be able to manage 50 ads, and it allows you to have more traffic, and it allows you to do it in a way where you can optimize without losing your money, or without going broke, or without letting Facebook just spend your money. Now around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. what I'm looking for add to carts, okay? So around 6 to 8 p.m. I'm looking for add to carts. Now if I do have add to carts, this is a great sign, because I probably already have some kind of purchases by 6, 8 p.m., okay? Now, the ones that have add to carts, I am for sure going to let them run the next day. Like, I'm just going to let them run overnight. I'm just going to let them run overnight, because they've already taken the step to click. All right, it's showing that people are adding to cart, and at the same time, those are going to give me my highest possible chance, that the chances are that someone is going to buy something. Again, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is black and white. Everything is just based off of numbers, and then we're making an educational guess, right? But it's not kind of like gambling. So what most people do is that they launch 50 ads, and then they don't periodically check on their ads at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. So then the ad spend gets out of control, and then they go, oh, nah, there's no way. I'd rather just stick to 10 instead of 50. But if you want to make more money, it's not going to come necessarily from 1 or 2 ads. It's going to come from the accumulation of multiple ads that are profitable running at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yep, that does make sense.
I know that right now you're only checking them on one, and you know what? With the amount of time that the times that you are checking in on it, I wouldn't recommend to go more than. It wouldn't make sense for you to run 50 ads because you're probably going to lose money. But if you create that system and you're checking it at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m., and you're specifically now looking for those metrics, and the same way I was able to show you, the same way how you were able to click that little bracket, it was able to populate the clicks, it was able to populate the highest to low. You could do the same thing. You could do the same exact thing, and it'll take you literally just a couple of minutes to either turn off ads or kill ads, right?
Okay.
So you're basically now that's what you're going to be doing, and then out of the 50, you'll probably have, I don't know, like maybe like 20 profitable ones. So I'm just giving you just an example there. Right. Does that make sense for that part of the fine tuning, the optimization?
It does. And you know what? I'm thinking, based on this discussion, maybe it would have made sense for me to pull this one up where it has like a bunch of active ads running so that we could.
Right now?
This one does. So I'm
okay.
Maybe we could just do this. Like, so repeating what we said, right? We were looking at yesterday, we were looking at like CTR, right?
Okay. So let's implement this right now. And I want you to I'm going to walk you through it. So let's just pretend it's 9 a.m. right now, Joe. Okay. You're taking a look at these ads from yesterday. Okay, so based on this information, what's the first thing that you're gonna do? What are you looking at? What metrics are you looking at to make changes?
So right now, well, I think we started by looking at CTR, but I want to look at website content views, right?
Well, at 9 a.m., I'm gonna look at right off the bat. I'm gonna look at the ones that made me money. I want to know what made me money. So I'm probably gonna go right for
versus purchases, right?
Yeah.
So this one, and this one made money yesterday.
Okay, so that one and that one. So now the next thing that I want to know is the return on ad spend. Is it more than $2?
You know what? I got to add return on ad spend on this one too.
Yeah, because if it is, then that's automatically going to make me go, okay, that one and that one, I'm gonna increase vertically by 20%.
Okay, so let me just get ROAS going real quick. Yeah, no, let's do this right here. So which one is website?
I guess it's not in there.
Oh, here it is. Return on ad spend.
Okay, so that one right there is at $13.09. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so right off the bat, you see how you just by specifically looking at certain metrics, you can make decisions in less than 60 seconds.
Right.
So now you know right off the bat, boom, those are the ones you're going to vertically scale for today. Everything else, what you're now going to do is you're going to pay more of a close attention. Okay, so you're probably going to go. What the next thing that you'll do here is the other ones didn't make any money. So let's take a look at how they did yesterday. I want to know, the next thing that I want to know is, did any of these have add to carts? Let's take a look at any of them. Did they have any add to carts? So let's move that over. The ones that didn't make any money, okay? So that one had 7 add to carts, okay? The other one had 5 add to carts. And then the last 2, were those also active ads?
So yeah, you mean down here? Yes, these are active ads, but these were active ads, but didn't generate any add to carts. Yes.
Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do, okay, is let's take a look at the CPC for those 2 ads that didn't have any add to carts. Let's take a look at how they did CPC wise.
CPC is down here, I guess.
Okay, so one of them was $1.16, and then the other one didn't even generate a click. Is that correct? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay, those last 2 things are the ones on the. Hold on. If you keep scrolling down, are those also active ads, or are some of them turned off?
Most of them are off. I gotta
okay.
look Yeah,
Yeah, I want to know which ones are the actives that didn't produce any add to carts.
Yeah, it was just this one here was active that didn't produce an add to cart.
Okay, so let's take a look at the CPC. It didn't even produce a CPC, right?
Wait, let me just make sure it's actually spent. Nope, sorry, this one wasn't active. So it was just these. Sorry, this one is where the last active ad was.
Okay. All right. So which one was the one that didn't have an add to cart? That one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at the CPC on that. Okay. CPC was actually the highest out of all of them. Okay, but it's not like $4 or $5. So there's really no red alerts.
Right.
Next thing that I want to know is I want to know the lifetime on this specific ad that didn't generate any add to carts. So let's take a look at the lifetime on that. What's the lifetime? How much have you spent already on that?
Lifetime spent is $337.
Oh yeah, but look at the purchase conversion value. What's the return on ad spend? It's 1.97.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, no biggie. It's not a biggie, right? I mean, you're gonna keep letting it run because it's making you money and it's made you money. So you see how that's normally what I do at 9 a.m. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Yes.
Okay, cool. Now what we're gonna do is let's take another example. Right now, I think it's around 3 p.m. So let's take a look at what are we gonna be looking for now around this time, Joe?
Well, at 12, we're looking at. I'm looking at my notes right now. 12 p.m. We are looking at. Well, sorry. At 3 p.m. is if we're looking at clicks. 12 p.m. we're looking at
from 12 to 3 p.m. we're looking at clicks.
Okay.
It's just that the only difference is at 12 p.m. we're being less judgmental. Okay, so we're just looking for clicks. Around 3 p.m. we're looking for clicks and we're looking for that CPC to be around what we're normally used to paying when we have a profitable campaign. Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay.
So at 3 p.m. around 3 p.m. or after 3 p.m. we're being a little bit more judgmental with the ads. So it's 12 p.m. right now.
Yep.
Okay. What's the CP? These are the CPCs right now?
Yes.
Okay. And those are on all. Yeah. What's up?
Campaigns. So let me do this based on active campaigns. There's so many campaigns running, or so many campaigns ads. So I want to do this based on
amount spent for today, right?
Lifetime. That's why it was so crazy. Let's go to look at yesterday. Right?
We already did yesterday. I want to look at today.
Okay. So look at today. Right.
Yeah, because we already did the 9 a.m. example.
Right, exactly. Okay. And then now we're looking at CPC. So let me do this. Okay.
Okay, so those two ads are clickers already. CPC is under 40 cents, which is great. And what about the other ones? What's going on with the other ones? How much have you spent with the other ones already? The ones that are active.
I'm just making a note. CPC must be under 40 cents. Okay.
It doesn't have to be under 40 cents. It does not have to be under 40 cents. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just kind of making an observation.
Got it.
But anything $1 or under is good. So you're like, those ads are really good. You're getting really cheap clicks.
Got it. Okay. Now, so you were saying how much was spent, right?
Yeah, and you already have, and those also have add to carts. Okay. What about the other ones that haven't spent?
I don't know why they didn't spend though. I mean.
Yeah, the other ones haven't even spent. So, okay, so we'll just keep moving forward. I don't know why they're not spending. You'll probably have to fix that. So, all right, it's 12 p.m. You already have these already have clickers. Your CPC is under $1, and they already have add to carts. Okay, so technically, on these two specific ads, you don't have to really check in on them until 6 p.m. because they've already passed both of those tests. It's 12 p.m. and they've already got clicks and add to carts, and the clicks are cheap. So you wouldn't have to check in on them until 6 p.m. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
So around 8 p.m. you're looking for add to carts, okay? obviously that's so what you want to do is you now want to train yourself to be able to do this exact kind of method, but with more ads. And you have to try to tell yourself, you got to tell your mind that you're not going to lose money. You're not going to lose money because you have a method to take a look at your ads, and you have specific metrics that you're looking for that you won't let. Like, it's kind of like when like you're just kind of parenting these ads, right? When a kid misbehaves, you just got to discipline it, right? And if you only let the kids, like you can only honestly lose money when you're running 50 ads when you're not periodically looking at your ads, and you're not doing what I just showed you right now. So this right here is going to give you that protection. So you have to know that with that protection, you have to loosen your wallet up a little bit, and you have to decide to launch more ads if you want to take this to the next level.
Got it.
And you have to be okay with that, and you have to let yourself know that there's nothing to fear because of the fact that I am in full control and I know exactly what to look for. And now you know, like, as the moment one of those ads start to misbehave, you're just going to pause them because they're not performing, and you can pause them within hours. You don't have to wait the next day or 3 days from now. Like, I was talking to somebody that waited, like, I don't know, like 30 days before they made a decision, right? That's not going to be you, because now you understand these kind of methods, these kind of ways to kind of, monitor your ads, and they don't take very long. I mean, with what I just showed you, does this make sense? And do you think that, this is pretty simple to do, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't take that long to kind of figure it out. And that's obviously because you already have time doing this. You already, you've been doing this. So you're a little bit more seasoned than someone else would be. But they still don't take very long once you get the hang of it. So I think we've covered the fine-tuning and the optimization. So let me just take a look at the timer here, because I think we might be running out of time. Yeah, we have about 8-9. We have about 3 minutes left, Joe. So I know we were supposed to cover, scaling your ads. So I could probably just use this opportunity as to answer a question. I probably won't have the time to go into full depth with what I just shared with you. But with what I just shared with you, that's going to help you make a lot of money if you execute it correctly. So what kind of question would you like to ask me regarding scaling your ads?
Okay, I would say, in what cases do you vertically scale versus horizontally scale? What makes you go one path or the other, or do you just do both?
Yeah, I'm just going to do both. I'm going to do both. I want to get as many opportunities to, especially if I have a winning product, to make more money. So in what situations, I'm just going to do both, and I want, my goal is you actually should set a goal. This actually might help you out tremendously. You should actually have a goal of how much money you want to spend per day. Okay. And this is kind of interesting because you want to set a goal. So my goal is I want to spend $2,500 on ads every day. And I want to make over $8,000 in revenue, and I want to make $2,500 in profit. So if you set a goal on how much you want to spend per day, it's actually going to rewire your mind into actually looking for ideas and getting creative on figuring out different ways that you can scale your ads. Just by doing that simple little trick to your mind, you're actually going to get more creative, because if you have a goal on how much money you want to spend, then you're going to creatively come up with different ways. You're going to be like, oh, I could probably, do this and do that and do that. Trust me, it works. Like, it allows me to become more creative when I think that way versus, oh, I want to spend as least as I can and make as much as I want. It doesn't really work like that. But also another thing that you could do is what's working really well is you can create bundles. So I'm not sure right now you actually have funnels, I'm sure. But instead of figuring out another product to sell, what I have found out works really well is like just selling more of the same product. So I had, I have people like for example, after, let's just say they buy this product, the next page that they see could be something like, you get 3 for the price of 2, and you just got to calculate it into your profit tracker to make sure that it's profitable, right? But technically, it is, even if you do take a hit, because you are going to take a hit with the 3 for 2, it's okay, because your front end product is already taking the hit on the ads. Anything that they buy after the first initial purchase, you have more wiggle room. You have a little bit more wiggle room to take to take a little bit less, to take some losses to make more money from the same customer. So those would be my 2 tips. Number 1, set a goal on how much money you want to spend per day. It's going to completely change your thinking, and it's going to activate your creativity to come up with different ways to scale. And then number 2, create bundles. Try to split test bundles and see. And I know it's gonna work because it's working for me. And when you sell more of the same stuff, and if you have something that's a winner, like it seems like you do, people are gonna do it. They're gonna buy more of that stuff, man. They are. I don't know. It's weird. People will take advantage on it. It's just kind of like how people work. But yeah, do those 2 tips make sense?
They do, and especially the bundle one, because I do most of my purchases of my product are not one time. It's not people buying one of them.
So then incorporate the bundle, because they'll buy it more. Because I've had people like literally buy like 10 things of the same product, and then they ended up buying the bundle on top of that. That's how good it was.
Okay.
So yeah.
What do you recommend as a bundle example? Sorry, let me write an example.
A bundle example could be something like, get 3 for the price of 2. So they're going to get 3 of those items, but they're only going to pay the price of 2.
Got it.
And if you have even smaller items, you could probably do something like that, but in a form of like, get like 12 for the price of 5. I don't know. Like if you have something that with good profit margins and you still could be really profitable, why not do it? I mean, it's not going to cost you any more money for advertising. And if you're still profitable, you're profitable because, you're not going to have to pay Facebook any more money except on the initial front end sale. Does that make sense?
It does. And when you're saying bundle, you're talking about using some kind of upsell product, right? Like we were talking about one that I was using. I know you were testing out another one, and there was another one you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll mention it here since I don't know how long.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would say stick to that, because there are a lot of them coming out right now. But here's the thing. A lot of them are in beta, which means that they're going to have a lot of bugs. So I recommend stick to the one that you have, even though we know that that's probably not the best one. I mean, there's other ones that are coming out. There's one that's about to come out. It's like a Facebook funnel. But they're in beta, right? So which means that they're gonna have bugs. So just stick with the one that you have, because you know that's already proven. It's got a lot of the bugs cleared out, and just keep an eye out when the ones that go from beta to professional or whatever, and then yeah, just keep your eye on that. But the one that you have will still cover the bundle. It'll still work with it. Oh, but you just told me that Stripe. Oh, your Stripe got clocked out.
It did.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I could recommend some to you. I gotta get going because this session is over. But was this a good session?
It was good. I got a lot from it.
All right. Sounds good, man. Again, guys. This is a great session. Guys, if you guys want to get more information about this, you guys want to get more, you guys are interested in getting this kind of hands-on experience, okay, you guys can go to followcq.com, get more information there. And today what we covered is fine-tuning Joe's ads, right? We gave real examples. I can tell you one thing, there's nobody out there doing stuff like this. This kind of training is special because we're using real people and real examples, right? So hopefully you got some value out of it. If you did, you already know what you need to do. Go ahead and like this, comment, share on this. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media platforms. You can follow me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, Paulo CQ. Insta and Snapchat is the same thing, Paulo, PAOULOCQ. You guys can follow me on my personal Facebook, Paulo CQ as well. And yeah, I mean, if I'm missing anything else, oh yes, if you guys are interested in helping me grow my agency, and at the same time exchanging your time for valuable Shopify wisdom, send me an email at ecomsuccessagency@gmail.com, and I'll tell you what the qualifications would be to be an intern for my company. I really appreciate you. Joe, thank you so much for showing up. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you for showing up, taking action, and giving this opportunity to take your store as a case study and draw some content out of there. I appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you. Thanks, Paulo.
All right, brother. We'll schedule the next one. We'll make sure I schedule that one better timing because I know it should have been an hour.
All right, sounds good.
All right, take care. Have a good weekend, man. Take care, brother.
All right, you too. Thanks.
Bye.
All right, bye.